So I'm going to be showing you how to properly julienne a vegetable. Carrots are pretty good for this. I mean, any vegetable can be julienne, but carrots are what I learned to do it on in school, so I figured I'd show you with them. So the first dimension of the julienne is that it needs to be roughly 2 to 2.5 inches long. Now, fun fact, for most people, this is just a kind of guideline. Everybody's fingers are different, but from the tip of your finger to your knuckle is pretty much 1 inch. So if you go down to your second knuckle, you want to whack. No, obviously you don't do that. But that gives you an idea of how long about 2 inches, 2.5 inches is going to be. So you cut through the carrot, place the piece you're not going to cut off to the side. Now, what do we do here? We've got a flat side, and this is kind of, and you can't go at it from the side here, so I'll tell you what you do. You be careful about it. So you put your fingers on it. The next dimension is it needs to be roughly 1/2 of an inch wide. So you're going to make a 1/2 inch thick cut straight down until you move through the whole carrot. Look at that. Now, you have a piece that's 2 to 2.5 inches long, about 1/2 inch thick. So now we just need to make it about 1/2 inch wide. See, it's as simple as that. This is your pretty standard fat matchstick cut. Now, if you're looking for a smaller matchstick, you can make your cut still about 1/2 an inch here, but then go for about 1/4 or even 1/8 of an inch. See how it's a bit thinner? That's a bit closer to a matchstick. This is more like what you'd want for carrot sticks. This is what you're going to be looking for if you're going to be making a sauteed vegetable medley. And then if you go down to 1/8 of an inch, cut this in half again, and would you look at that? You've got carrots cut up for a salad or for your vegetable spring rolls. So that's how you do a julienne. Just remember it needs to be 2 to 2.5 inches long, and then the width should never be greater than 1/2 of an inch. Otherwise, depending on what you're cooking with, you can go as thin as you'd like. Just always remember, knuckles out. Always keep that thumb tucked back, knuckles out when you're slicing. So go out there and have fun cooking, and safe slicing.